Well, you know, my favorite movie, I like classic too, Titanic. I like that. Old words because they got like boats and stuff in it.
Do I have your attention?
Is you taking notes?
3, 2, 1. We about to go.
What's up, y'all? Nicole here, and in this video we are going to be talking about compatibility in relationships. In this compatibility video, we're going to be talking about personalities, more personalities. Well, hopefully they don't have multiple personalities, although sometimes people do. On a serious note though, people's personalities, or you know, your person of interest personality and your personality and how it meshes or clashes. Going to be talking about physical attractiveness, morals and values, beliefs, interests, and what compatibility as a whole means.
We're applicable.
But before we hop into this video's topic, I ask that you go ahead and subscribe to this channel if you ain't already subscribed by hitting that red subscribe button and hit that notification bell right after it, so you will be the first one updated when I upload new videos that help you thrive in your life. Being compatible with someone is being able to coexist with them sans conflict, meaning without conflict. Sans, right? Y'all, I'm such a, wasn't a nerd, a font nerd. When I found out what the word sans mean, I include it in my vocabulary now, but yeah. Now, that does not mean that there aren't arguments or disagreements. Instead, it means that it's nothing too serious when it comes to confrontation or being in arguments or having fights or different things like that. Essentially, you like the person, regardless of what it is that y'all go through. And with compatibility, although this video specifically is centered on romantic relationships, compatibility also goes with your compatibility level with your friends and, you know, people who are in your life that you mingle with. For instance, with your family, there's some people in your family that you're compatible with, some people that you're just not. With your friends, usually your friends, because you choose your friends, these are people that you are compatible with to some extent. And yes, these things can change as life goes on and people change. And by people changing, I mean, yeah, we have those moments, you know, people like, okay, you're fraud, you're fake, a little bit fugazi, okay? But as time goes on, people's mindsets change, their interests change, the things that it is that they're into switch up, and sometimes that doesn't match with what you got going on, or you know, vice versa. So when it comes to your beliefs, right, let's just talk about you. Forget the other person, right? How you view life, the way that you see things, the things that you believe and see as true, these things matter to you. What also matters to you are the things that it is that you're into, from the littlest things to the biggest things. And as we know that even with the biggest things, let's say for instance, the stuff that you like to listen to or watch, like with music or with movies, etc., etc., these things are not deal breakers. These things are not deal breakers per se, but what it does do is it gives a little bit of insight as to, okay, you like this type of movie, or I like this type of movie, and it makes sense because I'm this kind of way, or I'm into other things that are like this. So there is, you know, a psychological influence in that, just like with everything else. You know, our mind dictates how we be going about things and whatnot, and that is then dictated on what we give to it, right? So aside from how, you know, the mind controls all that, right, when it comes to the beliefs and the interests and things like that, this is not to say that when you and another person meet each other that each and everything that you're into, they gotta be into. And it's also not to say that just because y'all have certain things in common that y'all are a match for, let's say, romantic wise. And again, even with friendship wise, because there's just there's levels to this. There are certain friends that you have for certain areas in your life. There's certain friends that you're able to tell certain things to, do certain things with, etc., etc. Everybody is not allowed to be placed in the same category. It's just not natural. Everybody got their place, and they do their role in that area of your life, and vice versa. But the main thing here is that these things is what brings people together. When you have certain things that are in common, then you continue to get to know them and blah, 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 blah. But another thing is that even if there aren't things that aren't in common, oh Lord, even if there there aren't things that are in common, this is where the respect part comes in. Because when you do then come across, well, okay, I don't see it that way, but let me try to understand and see it from your point of view, from based on what it is that I know about you as to why you see it in that way. And that is why we have empathy. Being able to empathize with people is being able to share the emotions and share the experience with someone through their lens, but through our body. That makes sense. No matter what it is that we go through, no matter what it is that we are into and experience, blah, 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 one thing that is for certain is that we experience the same emotions. So how certain things make us feel, why we are into the different things that we're into, that is something that we can relate on, because we're looking at them, reflection, and taking it back to ourselves to see, okay, well, with what it is that I'm into and how I feel about certain things, because again, even the opinions that we have, all opinions are backed by emotions. We're entitled to that. That's a separate thing from something being like a fact, right? And then that goes into, like, you know, belief, because beliefs are things that we deem as truth. Ain't no ain't no change in that. It's like, nah, we not. This is what I believe. Even though sometimes our beliefs can change, because as through life we grow, like I said earlier, you know, it happens, we do change. However, that's why you also have a say-so to be like, okay, yeah, that's a little bit too much for me. Let's just be separate, because there's no point, there's no purpose in this, except for the fact that, okay, yeah, I experienced you in that way and I don't like it, so I'm a biggity bounce back over here to what I do like, okay? And you're entitled to that. And we ain't gotta fight. We ain't gotta bicker. We can debate. We can have healthy debates and discussions like that. But even in those debates, again, depending on how you go about other areas of your life, you know what I'm saying? I'm seeing that you go about it and look at this like this. I kind of really don't even care to get you know you like that. And, you know, sometimes it's for the better. I mean, you ain't gonna connect with everybody. Like, you're just not. So the next thing is a person's personality. How well do you guys mesh? And it's really just all about what it is that you like if you just like it. And again, of course, we like what we like for different certain reasons. Of course, we're entitled to that. And as long as we, you know, have some awareness as to why that is, that's a good thing, you know, as I've said in previous videos before. So when it comes to experiencing someone's character, their personality, your personality, my personality, our personalities are driven by our morals and our values, the things that we deem as important. They are driven by the beliefs that we have. They are driven by how we view things. And it is cultivated by how we're raised, how we are treated in life, how we respond to life, and the teachings that we are given and that we receive in this life. So with morals and values, this goes into how you view certain things like spirituality and religion, finances and human behavior, and also political things, etc., etc., etc. This is why knowing who you are, knowing what it is that you believe, and knowing what it is that you about is the key factor in connecting, or being able to truthfully and honestly connect with people who are on your level mentally. Because if you know what you like, and you know what it is that you believe, and you know why you go about things the way that you do, you're going to attract people just naturally, by universal law, who are similar in this way. And then as y'all come together, you're pretty much teaching each other about yourself. Essentially, you meet somebody, you're meeting them because however it is, what's going on in your mind, in your life, how you going about things, right? There's a similarity there, but there's also differences there that's supposed to help you look back at yourself to, it's all about growth. At the end of the day, growth and connection. That's just that. That can be a whole nother video. Let's continue. Physical attractiveness. Plain and simple, okay? When it comes to, now I'm not talking about with your friends, even though some people can be this shallow too, even with their friends, okay? When choosing friends, they're like, no, I need my friends to look like this. But you know what? If you're looking at things like that, you're also looking at your romantic area like that too. I mean, if you're a shallow person, you're just a shallow person in general. But that is not to say that, okay, you just want to be with any kind of dusty, rusty type of thing. Like, no, I mean, you're gonna want what it is that you're attracted to. And again, you are entitled to that, because in that physical attractiveness, that is how you connect. We're going away from the mental part of this, right? We're getting into the physical. That's how you connect on a physical level. It's like, this life is also meant to be admired. Think about the beauty of nature, right? You want somebody, when you look at them, you're like, I like that. I got that. You mine. Again, even with physical attractiveness, it's important to know why it is you like what you like. Now, we ain't gonna get too deep in this subject, okay? But this is a little thing called, well, it's not really a little thing, but there's this thing called colorism, you know, in the Black community. All right, some people don't even realize and understand why they like what they like. They just know that they like it, and that ain't enough. Because to really say, oh, I like what I like, you're being driven by whatever it is that's being thrown at you, and you're just taking it and you're consuming it and not even like comprehending it at all for yourself. So do your history and do your inner healing and learn. Okay, moving forward, this last one is the most beautiful thing, right? Because this is getting into, we talked about the physical, we talked about the mental, and this has to do with mental too, but it adds the emotion aspect there, and it's something that is actually very, I don't know if inexplainable is a word, but we're gonna make it one today. Unexplainable? Inexplainable? I like inexplainable. Because we don't really know how it works. And what we do know is that this thing that I'm about to mention, it's something that can't be seen. It's literally just felt. That's how the experience is. It's just felt. And it doesn't happen with just anybody you come across. Because you know, with the people that it is that you come across, when you start talking about interest and different things like that, right? You may connect on that level, whether because it's the same or it's different, but you know, you respect and see it from their point of view, and you know, you still like other things about them, or you know, like the fact that and respect the fact that, well, that they at least they know what it is that they like. This specific thing right here, okay, it's called chemistry. Chemistry is a mental and emotional connection. It's psychological. It's feeling. Now, okay, if I have to add my 2 cents as to, okay, how does chemistry work? I just see it more so as, again, how I was saying earlier, that we come across certain people, or not even certain people, but the people that we do come across, even if we're, you know, conscious about it in that moment or not, as to like why that may be, because we don't really know, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we really don't even really know. We just have a smidgen bit of an understanding as to how or why that could be, based on what it is life has shown us, and based on what's going on in our life, and just trying to connect the dots here and there with that. But as I said in the beginning of this chemistry topic, chemistry is something that is unseen. And when you think about where it is that we come from before we, you know, incarnate into this existence, it's an unseen realm. There are things going on behind the scenes that play a part and have an influence and have a role in things connecting in the way that they do. Chemistry is a beautiful thing. Honestly, look, you come across someone, you're just like, wow, like, we're here. Because it surpasses your beliefs. It surpasses the things that you're into. It surpasses these things. It's like, I can't explain it. I can't put my finger on it. Just like the creator. So when you do experience that, it is a beautiful thing. Respect it, cherish it, and treat it delicately, and it will be beautiful. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you turn that thumbs up. All right, in the comment section below, I actually don't have a question to ask. Drop a comment with whatever you want to talk about that was discussed that's relevant to this video, all right? Now, if you are new to this channel and you enjoyed this video, I ask that you go ahead and subscribe if you didn't hit that subscribe button already, and don't forget to hit that notification bell, okay? And if you are already a part of the Thrive Tribe, thank you for returning. Please share this video with at least one person that you want to join this conversation, all right? I'm Aleigha Nicole, and I'll see you in the next video.